Welcome back to the channel. My name is Barry. If you're new here, we talk about self-discovery, sustainability, and storytelling. And if you enjoy any of those things, please subscribe. Today, we're going to talk about homemaking and how I have been finding myself enjoying the process of making a home. Not just living in a house, not just paying rent, but actually creating an environment that my children, that my spouse, that I feel good living in every single day. I feel proud to invite guests over and actually spend time. One of the things about unplugging from such a digital world is having a physical environment that you enjoy spending time in. Digital interfaces and platforms allow us to kind of zone out from the world that we're actually in. And when we create environments that we enjoy, then we're much happier. And so I have been spending time around my home, making a place that I want to get creative, a place that I want to spend time and create core memories with my family, and then also a place that I feel inspired. Like I actually wake up and say, wait, what if I did things this way, simply from just walking around my house? If you do any sort of traveling, it's a similar concept. You ever stayed in a hotel, you're like, wow, this is a really well curated hotel, and like as soon as I get home, I want to do this, or this. And that's what I want to do. I hope that when I share things that I've done around the house, someone else feels a little bit more inspired. So today I'm going to talk about some projects that I've done around the house, some DIY things that I've taken on, some new skills, some new tools that I've acquired that have now made me rethink what I actually need as far as a toolbox and like the tools that I'll reach for and storage and all of those good things. Up until this point, I have always looked at homemaking as just having a bed, having a couch, having some of the bare essentials. But recently I've been understanding a little bit more of space and different spaces inside of a room, or different pockets inside of a room that you want to spend time. And so I've been really trying to get our outdoor living area, a place that I want to enjoy a cigar, a place that I want to have fun with my kids and do gardening, or a place that I just want to sit back and have a glass of wine with my wife. And it has been very, very successful. So one of the first DIY projects that I tackled was some shutters that we picked up for free during a curbside dive, and they became an ultimate privacy screen hack, a way to be able to hang them from my wraparound porch to really create a room outdoors. Another thing that I have been pretty proud of, it's minor, but it was the first time I ever used a saw, was finding some free wood to use for my raised bed. This is my first time using a saw, so you gotta learn. But yeah, pressure, ergonomics, handle, much better. We're in there now, so just gotta, don't want this stuff. There we go. Nice. So cutting that down to size and being able to look out at there every day and say, wow, I actually made that from hand. It wasn't something that I pre-built. I did buy some corner stones to be able to actually finish everything else. But yeah, I've been really resourceful lately, and that's a lot of what you'll get from this channel, is understanding like how to be more resourceful with what you already have, whether that be scraps that you have in your refrigerator that you can get creative in your meals, whether that's spare wood, whether that is just furniture that you see out that's free. And what I hope that you understand is I'm not a person that grew up with, my father actually showing me how to use different tools. So everything you're seeing me create is from ground zero. It is from either seeing it on YouTube or just kind of using my creative skills to figure out how it works, buying the right tools, making mistakes along the way, failing and retrying and seeing what works. and sharing that with you all to see that you can do it. Like, it isn't something that you have to have perfect craftsman skills in order to create. Even things like my YouTube studio that I haven't really been able to enjoy because of some Carpenter bees, but I'm looking for solutions. If you have any, please drop them in the comments. But I do want to show you what I did there, where I grabbed some tarp and kind of piped and draped it to really create an environment outdoors, to have a cup of coffee and do some yard work or some DIY projects and have a little privacy. And then in the winter, I hope to add a heater and really create a place to still enjoy my cigars. But back to homemaking, and what it has shown me is that sometimes we get on like Instagram or Pinterest and we like, oh, I wish I can have that house. And the reality is you can have whatever you sit down and want to create. The color palettes, the pieces, the luxurious feel that you get from some of these homes, you can get on a budget. A lot of the pieces, my most prized possessions, have either been free or I've picked them up for under $100. Speaking of some more free homemaking things that I picked up, this writing desk that you see here is something that I've been using as my standing desk and work area. So that was free. We picked up this bench here for our front patio area for just $65, this antique black bench to really create different pockets to enjoy and entertain. And so it doesn't have to be expensive. You can certainly just keep your eyes peeled when you're driving and being through different neighborhoods to create the environment that you want. But it does start with knowing what you want, writing it down, maybe using something like Millenote to mind map and kind of see everything together in a collage. And homemaking for me has been essential to unlocking a new piece of energy. I felt this weight and this burden from working from home for so long, just feeling like bland and like I work in the same space every single day. And now I have a playroom with a desk that desk was free. I picked it up yesterday. And now we have that section that we can actually work from. I have my regular desk. I have at least 3 outdoor spaces that I can grab my laptop and go work. And it has really been a game changer in creating a space that really I want to be in. I want to create core memories and a place that's special. Some skills that I have picked up in homemaking, collecting wood, as I've talked about, firewood around the neighborhood and splitting it myself and storing it and allowing it to dry. I have 2 fire pits that we have access to, one in the front, one in the back. And though we rent, it is still something that we can enjoy. I want to touch on that briefly when we talk about homemaking, is that homemaking isn't just for those who own. Some folks, the harsh reality is that some of us may never own. Some of us don't want to own. But your home is your home. It's a privilege. It's an honor to have a roof over our head and access to, running water and a bathroom. And we should honor that by truly leaning into homemaking more. And it isn't something that's just reserved for women. As a black man, as a man that has really leaned into some of these things, it has been very eye-opening when I say the term homemaking, when I say, like making my house a home, like a true place that I want to be in. I kind of get these squinches and these looks like, I don't really understand it. Like, yeah, I keep my yard together, but like, no, like the interiors too, like the layout of your home, the cooking utensils you use, the Buy It for Life products that you have acquired or swapped out and upgraded from. All of that is homemaking. The things that you want to pass down to your kids, those heirloom items, again, those are all parts of homemaking. It's truly the things that when we move on and our kids remember that record or that record player or that box that you kept all of those little pictures, and like we started collecting photos for our photo album again. Again, these are things that we'd want to continue to pass on through generations. And I think homemaking is the way that we should be moving. It's my favorite hobby at the moment, and it's a well invested thing to do. It's something that I think everyone should be spending a great deal of time on. You don't have to buy anything new to home make. It's just making your home a place that you are proud of. And since being in Charlotte and really sitting down with my wife and having really serious conversations about the life that we want to live and the home that we want to create and the memories that we want our children to have, it has been a true joy. So if you have been struggling with finding a sense of home at your own address, I truly want you to take some time to figure out what it is that you want. How do you want your home to feel? Subscribe to this channel because I can certainly help you with that. But also start to envision and keep a list of those things when you're thrift shopping to see if you come across them. And when you do, don't hesitate. Grab it, invest in it, and bring that home. Sit with stuff for a while. Don't just buy things and collect things and bring them home. Truly think about the things that you want in your space that's a part of homemaking. And last but not least, be patient. Homemaking isn't something you do overnight. It's not something, HGTV and a lot of channels have us thinking, you move in and you have your house and, in 24 hours you have everything you need. No, good, practical homemaking takes time. Getting the right items. Like one of the things we did recently is upgrade all of our kitchen items to stainless steel. I found a few pots for $3, $4, $5, and those pots have replaced old, nicer cookware that has kind of the surface has peeled away. And stainless steel, cast iron, those have been our go-to. Glass dishes have been what we have moved to actually cook with, and it has been a big change in the food that comes out on the other end. So again, homemaking really takes time, but that is something my wife and I have been together for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years next April, and we're finally getting to that portion of like actually going through and sorting through what we need and what we don't need, and children make that even more complicated. So be patient and ensure that it's practical. If it's something that you want to have years from now, look into those items like stainless steel, solid wood, ceramic, and materials that are natural and have been taken care of and have already shown the test of time. So that's today's long video. It's just letting you all know that I'm good. I'm enjoying time here in Charlotte, and homemaking has been where I've spent most of my time. A neighbor of mine, who's a good friend of mine as well, just walked by and he was like, "Barry, do you ever rest?" And I was like, "I'm always getting this straight, but eventually I will rest. Eventually this season will end and I'll be able to enjoy the fruits of this labor and sit back and enjoy what I've created." And so again, if you are into sustainability and resourcefulness and simple living and self-discovery, learning how to do things, I learned how to use lineman pliers, y'all. I think that is such a random tangent, but I got so excited to actually learn how to use these new tools as I come across new DIY projects. And I had to use the lineman pliers to cut down my chain link. So yeah, you can see my excitement. I'm just excited as a father to learn these skills again. When my son and my daughter need me for X, Y, and Z, you're seeing it right now, documented, using these skills to get the job done and to be able to pass it on to them. So that's what I wanted to share. And until next time, peace.